Tony Schiavone's in the ring for the major announcement that Tony Khan had promoted. He notes the anniversary, the changing of the industry, and that last year on the anniversary, they introduced the TNT Championship. And now Dynamite is moving to TBS on January 5th and will add the TBS Championship. It will be in the women's division as Aubrey Edwards reveals the belt, which has the TBS logo on it, and a tournament will begin.
Yeah, so confirming the Andrew Zarian report from weeks ago at this point. It's cool. Yeah, it looks just like the TNT title, except it's blue instead of red. They said, the tournament begins in January?
They said that Dynamite's moving to TBS in January. They didn't say when the tournament would begin, but yeah, it would not make sense to really introduce this until you're on TBS.
Right, okay. Because I guess maybe at that point wasn't completely clear for me. It wouldn't make sense until you did the move, but everybody is already kind of talking about entering the tournament now. And can they hold off a tournament that long?
It's a fair amount of time when we're talking about 3 months before this move. I guess you could start the tournament now and you build up to like the finals are that first Dynamite on TBS.
Like 2 months. It's more than 2 months. That's an eternity.
It's three. It's almost exactly 3 months.
Yeah, it's like 3 months. Wow, that's a long time to run a tournament if that's the case. But or they said that I don't know. Please, somebody in the chat room enlighten me. Maybe I missed something. But obviously it's good for the women's division. This is one of the biggest sore spots of AEW that people often criticize, and rightfully so. The fact that women just don't have as much screen time, and this division is largely underdeveloped when it comes to characters, or at least superstars. So more titles, at least I think to me in theory, means more airtime for characters and for storylines in the women's division. But of course, it all comes down to execution. They can make all the titles they want. It depends on how they use them. The women's championship that they currently have prior to Britt Baker, I wouldn't say has received a whole lot of airtime, considering how long Sheeta was champion. So AEW still really has a lot to prove themselves, and we'll see, because the microscope is on them right now. So does this mean like these titles have to be exclusively defended on their channels?
They haven't stated that. I don't know if you're going to be so rigid with that. It seems like you're really going out of your way. Like if you're building to those like quarterly specials that are on TNT and you have a hot program for the TBS title, like it's all in the same family. So I don't see why there would be some hard and fast rule between them.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And I mean, that would mean no TNT title matches on Dynamite.
Yeah, which would get tricky.